Hey family, on November 20th through December 1st, 2022, we will have the all-inclusive Kenya trip. Now, a lot of times people have said, hey, Phil, when's the next trip we'd like to go? I want to see Africa for myself, but this is the time to go. Everything will be taken care of. All excursions are paid. You can do monthly payments. You know, they'll have safari and a 6-city tour. You will see Charlie Island, which is something that we did not see last time on the tour. This tour will be 12 days instead of 7 days. So make sure to secure your place on the trip by going to www.wbsvs.com, make your deposit, and then you can start making your payments, and we'll see you in Kenya. So yeah, one of our sisters got pulled over by the race soldiers, and I want you to watch how this race soldier is just berating this sister in this video. And we need to have this conversation about this black and so-called brown coalition that was being pushed for a very, very long time, and a lot of us, as you know, really talking about that now. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that this doesn't go left. That's what I'm making sure.
What are you gonna do? What?
What is your problem? I didn't do anything to you. I would be better if somebody watches because he's getting aggressive with me and I'm scared.
You're aggressive and scared. Okay, I'm standing over here.
You're quiet now, but you were just screaming at me for no reason. I don't care. I don't care. You don't get to talk to me and he got away because you got a badge. I don't care. He pulled out his firearm and he got mad because I told him to put it away.
Firearm because the male who was driving the car was concealing his right hand from our view.
The whole time I told them 4 times there's no weapons in this car and there's no tanks on this car. There's nothing to be. I told, bro, can you pull over, please? I just want to make sure I make it home alive, you know, to my parents.
Yeah, you know, you should really get an Oscar for the acting job that you're putting on right now.
Acting?
Relax.
You should know what's going on. It's your people.
Exactly what's going on.
Sir, stop talking to me like that.
And false statements.
I'm not making false statements. I'm saying my point of view.
Relax and sit tight.
Leave me alone. Don't talk to me. You guys, yesterday I literally seen 4 white officers attack a black dude, and I literally posted it on TikTok. This is what you go through for being black, because we weren't wearing seatbelts. But you have a firearm out because we weren't wearing seatbelts. And he's been screaming at me the whole time, so I just hope you guys know that. A firearm, he had a gun in my face, a gun in my face. I don't want to stop recording, but I need to call my mom. I don't have another. That's sad that these people think that because they have badges, they can talk to us any kind of way. I have freedom of speech. I have my rights.
Mama, do me a favor. Step out of the car real quick. You keep your camera on. That's fine.
That man's not coming near me, right? The one that was screaming at me, he can't come near me, I swear.
Step out of the car. You don't have anything on you, right?
No, I just came from work.
Okay.
I swear he comes up to the car with his gun in my face. You know how you approach a car, put your hand on your weapon, not in somebody's face. And then he's screaming at me the whole time. I got it on recording, so I want his badge number and his name.
All right, 7909, that's Sergeant Baskins. I'm 9305, Officer Rivera, which I'm the arresting officer, okay?
And 5657 cell.
You have to take the car.
Here's a little update, and I'm sorry that I look like a hot mess, but I did make a complaint. My mom did it for me, actually, because when she watched the video in the very beginning, she was like immediately enraged by the things that he was saying and all that stuff, because she has seen the 14-minute video, and that's like everything, including some stuff that really personal stuff that I really didn't put out here on TikTok, that, you know, obviously it's really personal and it wasn't just me involved, so I really kept a lot of stuff concealed. But yeah, I would like to do legal action, but I don't think I could afford it unless you guys have any tips or whatever. I don't know how I would go about it, because I also don't know, like, if I have a strong case. They did check my car without a warrant. I read that, I don't know if it's true, but I read that if you don't have like any visible firearms or drugs or whatever the case may be, and you don't consent, they can't check your car, but they never asked for my consent. They just went through my car, and I was kind of like, hey, like, don't you need a warrant? And they were like, no, and they kind of just kept going through my car. Turns out they can't do that. The one officer that you guys seen, he was the one who really scared me. Like, I thought if anybody was going to pull the trigger, it was going to be him. And I was scared because the protocol is if you're coming up to a car with a gun, you either put your hand over the gun, like obviously just let them know, hey, I got a gun, or if you have it on the side of the car that is not in window view, but the gun was willy-nilly by my face about this far apart. And that's crazy because the window was down, he's standing right there, my face is right there. Like, I was scared. I thought I was going to die. So I did record majority of the experience, and I literally cried every time I watched the recording. Besides, like I said, it wasn't just me involved, so there's some very intimate details that I left out. But yeah, that's that. And we did get pulled over for seatbelts, quote unquote. And I kept saying quote unquote seatbelts because it didn't make sense. You need 5, 6 jump out cars and 10 officers for a seatbelt. Doesn't make sense. Especially when I don't even have tents. Like, no offense, but I don't have tents. Like, I'm broke. I couldn't afford tents. I got a car with a car payment, but I didn't get tents. Yeah, so that happened as well. I just don't want to go too deep into it, but yes, I'm okay. No, I didn't get arrested. The car was in my name, so obviously I still have the car. They didn't take the car, or whatever the case may be. Just going day by day, taking it by day by day. And I'll keep you guys updated if I ever find a way to do legal action, or, hopefully I have some type of support. But yeah, that's just the update.
So you saw how aggressive, he was with her? Just straight aggressive. And she's right when she said that if anybody was going to pull the trigger on her, it was going to be that one, right? Now, you heard the names that was being called in the video, with, these race soldiers. Now, that's supposed to be your black and brown coalition. But the reason why a lot of black people are speaking about black and brown coalition is because, just like a lot of people they've been saying that about Pan-Africanism, how they felt that Pan-Africanism wasn't a reciprocal relationship. That's what a lot of people are saying now. Well, the black and brown coalition has been even worse. Black people have been doing everything and it's not been reciprocated. But let's call it what it is. How can you have a black and brown coalition when so-called brown people don't call themselves brown, they call themselves white? In this country, they label them white. Now, they can stand against that. They can say, hey, I'm not no white person. Actually, we talking about historically, we supposed to be labeled Native American, indigenous people. Yes, you have admixture of African, and most of them got a black grandma, black grandpa that they want to be quiet about. And then, of course, you had the white Spaniard. That's their mixture, okay? But as long as they are labeling themselves white and they cool with being labeled white, then it's a problem. So it's just like if you ask black folks, hey, where you born, or who your people is, like the old people used to say, you need to ask them, hey, how do you identify? Oh, I'm Hispanic. No. What you put down as race? That's what I want to know. Do you put white, or do you put indigenous, Native American? What do you put? I'm curious. If you say white, then I already know what you own. The majority do not say they're native, brown, whatever. They say they're white. So there's no such thing as a black and brown coalition. There's no such thing as that. It's been proven is that when their numbers were lower, you had people like Minister Farrakhan, Reverend Jackson, and many people like that was pushing the black and brown coalition. Once they got these numbers up in political power, they said, shh, ain't worried about y'all. We worrying about ourselves. Now that's a kick in the butt, right? And you can't deny that's happened. Now, are there some people who are in the Hispanic community that rock with us? Hell yeah. And I rock with them. But is it the majority? No. That's why I'm a firm believer of rocking with individuals. There's white individuals that rock with us. I rock with them. Asians, Arabs, Turkish people, Armenian people, certain people that rock with us as individuals, yeah, you rock with them. Especially when they're trying to definitely put in work, expose different things. Hell yeah, I rock with them. But I'm never going to rock just with the group wholesale based off a few individuals. But see, the decision that a lot of them made, and I probably gonna do a live stream on this. I received a big message from a Puerto Rican woman. She's married to a brother, and she was breaking down point by point about the anti-black racism within Hispanics. She was breaking it down, and I knew a lot of that, but she was just confirming some other things. Okay, so this is why they act that way with a black woman or a black man, because they have a lot of anti-black racism in Latin America. Hence, I don't understand why black folks, you talking about you're going to leave America and then you go to Latin America? I mean, if anything, you're going to leave America, go to Belize or something. At least that's a black country. But you going to Latin America where there's a lot of anti-black racism. I'm not going to jump out the oven into the frying pan. I've always said that. If my choice is to leave America and go to somewhere else racist, I'll stay my behind right here in Houston. Because at least this is the racist I know. Going somewhere else, I don't even have rights like that. Like at least the little rights I have here in America. Then another thing with that, you got Becky telling black women, let's join together because of Roe v. Wade. Black women don't have the time for that because black women trying to survive. See, black women, call Becky now and tell them join with you about that, about these race soldiers. Tell them join in with that. They never join in with black women for anything to help black women. But every time they want to call on black women to come save them with problems between them and their man. You know what I'm saying? Then at the end of the day, they get their benefits and black women get nothing. But yeah, there is no coalition. There's none. As long as you want to whiten the race, as long as you want to do that, you have literally people that is Hispanic descent that is in white supremacist groups. Like you freaking from Venezuela and you in a white supremacist group because in their mind, they're white. Because see, in their country, when they're dark skinned, they're treated like us. But now when they come to America, now we the dark skinned people and they're lighter. So they can label themselves as white and then side with the white supremacists against us and practicing anti-black racism. That is the truth. So when you're dealing with them, ask them what they put down as their race. Because we live in a time period, you can identify with a gender. If you're a man, you could say you're a trans woman. You could say you're transracial. You could trans everything now, right? There's no big movement within their community to say, hey, don't label us as white. Don't do that. We're not that. But see, what I don't like, and I'll call this out too, about certain elements in the Hispanic community, you want to be white. And then when it's time for black folks to get some resources, hey, I'm African descent too. Hey, I should be able to get reparations because, hey, I got a black grandmother, she had an afro, look at my skin. Hey, I'm part black, so I should get it. They want to play both sides. No. Choose a side. If you're going to rock with black people, you got to do that. You want to stay with the white supremacists, you do that too. But you choose a side. Don't be coming over here when we see you rocking with the white supremacists. When it's time for resource for black people, all of a sudden now you're claiming your black side. Hey, my people came from Cameroon and they landed in Virginia. Hey, what? You know what? I mean, it technically could make me Afro-Latino, so I should be able to get some reparations. This is why they had said they were fighting in California about the 1870 census. I traced my grandmother and grandfather's great-great-great-grandmother and grandfathers back to the 1870 census. I did. So I'm cool. I get reparations. But that's why that's important. So nobody won't grift themselves into our reparations. But all that playing both sides, and y'all play both sides, you know it. We're not tolerating that. So you're going to be with the white supremacists? That's fine. You an enemy too. Anybody that side with the white supremacists, you an enemy just like they are. Just don't be calling us when the white supremacists turn on you because you're siding with the devil. And the devil got more problem with you because you produce too fast. You thinking they cool with you today? Oh no, you becoming a major threat to the white supremacists. You thinking joining with them gonna save you? It's not gonna save you. See, we know the white supremacists. We know, but you're gonna find out the hard way. And some of you starting to find out the hard way about the white supremacists. And in hindsight, why people did the black and brown code, why at least black people was pushing that. I mean, in realistic sense, I would get it, right? Okay, if black people and, non-white people would join together, right? We outnumber them. We outnumber them. You would think if we would join together in one ideology, one political structure, and push for certain things, we could outvote them in everything, literally get them out the paint. But that's not what they want. They don't want to join with black folk. They have proven that. They own everything. They don't want nothing to do with black people. Asians have shown that. Every group has shown they don't want nothing to do with black people. So this is why what black people are on right now is a beautiful thing about looking out for black America, period. No other groups, black America. We're not all them extra special interest groups. No, you talking about LGBT. No, if your sexuality is above your group, we can't be rocking with you either. You got to be identifying as black American and focusing on that. What you do in your bedroom is your personal business. Okay. But yeah, I mean, there's no coalition. There's none. Like I said, individuals, I repeat that again, because I got individuals of all races rock with me and they understand what I'm on and they own the same thing I'm on, of all races. But it's definitely not no just group. No, not with the anti-black racism that we see, in a lot of people in those groups. So this just doesn't shock me, at all. They just want to let all of you know, there's no coalition and there never really has been one. And it's not going to be as long as they want to align themselves with white supremacy. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about, the situation with our sister here. It's like, once again, black women, look out for black women. Look out for yourselves at your people. Because Becky not going to go save you. Let Becky wallow in her problems with her man.
Is it hard to access affordable, healthy food? Then listen carefully. Daryl Addison, an African-American inventor, has patented a process for growing food on demand. He called it Torpedo Pot. Torpedo Pot is a fully automated flower pot that gives you control over your plant's environment. All you do is add soil, seeds, and plants to the flower pot and watch it grow. Yes, Torpedo Pot grows the rest. Visit www.torpedopot.com.